Stories of the Prophets, 17. Story of Elyas, Elisha, peace be upon him. Who is Elyas, peace be upon him? Question. Who is Elyas, peace be upon him? Who is Elyas, peace be upon? Answer. Praise be to Allah. Elyas, peace be upon him, was one of the prophets of the children of Israel. He was descended from Yusuf ibn Yaqub ibn Ishaq ibn Ibrahim al-Khalil, peace be upon them all. Allah mentions him twice in his book, where he, may he be exalted, says, interpretation of the meaning. And Ismail, Ishmael, and Elyas, Elisha, and Jonas, Jonah, and Lot, and each one of them we preferred above the Alameen, mankind and jinns, of their times. Al-An'am 686. And remember Ismail, Ishmael, Elyas, Elisha, and Dul-Kifl, Isaiah, all are among the best. Sa'd 38:48. It was said that he grew up under the care of Elyas, peace be upon him, and he hid with him in Jabal Kasiyun. When Elyas was taken up to heaven, he left Elyas as his successor among his people, and Allah appointed him as a prophet after him. It was narrated from Qatada that Al-Hasan said, after Elyas came Elyas, peace be upon them both, and he remained among his people for as long as Allah willed, calling them to Allah, and adhering to the path and teachings of Elyas, until Allah, may he be glorified and exalted, took his soul in death. End quote. Narrated by Ibn Kathir in Qasas al-Anbiya, 252. See also, Tariqat Tabari, 1462-464, and Al-Muntazam by Ibn al-Jawzi, 1385. And it was said that one of the miracles by means of which Allah supported Elyas was that he brought the dead back to life and healed the one born blind and the leper. And the river Jordan was dried up for him so that he walked across it, as is mentioned in Jewish sources. Allah knows best how sound that is. See, Al-Jawab as-Sahih by Ibn Taymiyyah, 451-452. What is required of the Muslim is to believe in what is narrated soundly from the prophets and messengers, for they conveyed everything with which they were sent, in the correct manner as Allah commanded them. As for anything other than that, such as weak reports and reports from Jewish sources, known as al-Israeliyah, they cannot be fully trusted and cannot be quoted as evidence. But there is nothing wrong with learning some lessons from them, as long as they are not contrary to anything that is proven in the Quran and Sunnah. Attitude towards al-Israeliyah. Question. What is our attitude towards al-Israeliyah, reports from Jewish sources? Answer. Praise be to Allah. Sheikh al-Shankiti said, it is known that the reports from the children of Israel, the Jews, which are known as al-Israeliyah, may be of three kinds. 1. Those which we have to believe in, which are those which are shown by the Quran or the sound Sunnah to be true. 2. Those which we have to disbelieve in, which are those which are shown by the Quran and Sunnah to be false. 3. Those which we are permitted neither to believe nor disbelieve, which are those which are not proven in the Quran or Sunnah to be either true or false. From this definition we know that with regard to the stories which contradict the Quran and Sahih Sunnah, which are in circulation among them now, claiming that they are from the revealed scriptures, we must reject them because they go against the texts of the sound revelation which has not been distorted or altered, i.e., the Quran. And Allah knows best. And Allah knows best. It's. Question. I need the name of a book that has not been distorted and is trustworthy, about the stories of all the prophets. Answer. Praise be to Allah. In the Book of Allah, may He be exalted, you will find the truest, most beautiful and most trustworthy of stories, because it is the word of Allah, may He be exalted, which illuminated the world with its lessons and rulings. Reading the stories of the messengers and prophets in the verses of the Quran is one of the greatest ways of bringing benefits and good to the Muslim. Let alone the immense reward that is attained by the one who ponders the Book of Allah, may He be exalted. Hence we advise you to be keen to pursue this way of goodness, for the Muslim can never do without the Book of Allah, may He be exalted, no matter what other books he reads. With regard to the books of the scholars about the stories of the prophets, the best of them, as it appears to us, are the following. 1. Qasas al-Anbiya, Stories of the Prophets, by Al-Hafiz ibn Kathir, may Allah have mercy on him, d. 774r. This is perhaps the best of the books of the early scholars on this topic, as it is distinguished by compiling all of the verses having to do with the story of each prophet in one place, and making connections between them by commenting on them and quoting hadiths and reports that have to do with them. It is an encyclopedic and well-organized book that discusses the lives of the prophets. although it quotes rather too many reports that are not proven and some reports from Jewish sources, Israeliyah. However, for the most part he points out the origin of these reports, and he states that he only quotes for the purpose of studying them and highlighting their status. So we recommend you to read this book and study it. The one who wants to study these stories with the best annotation should read the book Al-Bidayah Da Hujjah, published under the supervision of Dr. Abdullah ibn Abd al-Muhsen at Turkey, because Qasas al-Anbiya is taken from the first chapters of Al-Bidayah. 2. Al-Hadith as Sahīh min Atba' Qasas al-Anbiya, the Sahīh hadiths that speak of the lives and stories of the prophets, was compiled and their isnads evaluated by Ibrahim Muhammad Al-Oli, Publ. By Dar al-Kalam in Damascus and Dar ash-Samiyah in Beirut, 276 pages. It is a very useful book that is distinguished by the fact that it includes many hadiths that speak of the stories of the messengers and prophets. And the material is organized with comments in a manner that complements these stories. The author, may Allah have mercy on him, put a great deal of effort into selecting Sahih and Hasan hadiths and reports, and avoiding weak and fabricated material. This may be the best contemporary book on this topic. 3. Qasas al-Anbiya by Allaah ibn Abd ar-Rahman Asadi, d. 1376. This is a short book that is taken from his book Tafsir al-Latif al-Manan fi Qalas at-Tafsir al-Quran, in which he recounts the stories of the prophets as they were narrated in the Holy Quran, in sequence, and he follows each story with a brief discussion of what we learn from it. And Allah knows best. 1. Elisha's mission. And remember our slaves, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all owners of strength, in worshipping us, and also of religious understanding. Verily, we did choose them by granting them a good thing, i.e., the remembrance of their home in the hereafter, and they used to make the people remember it. And also they used to invite the people to obey Allah and to do good deeds for the hereafter. And they are in our sight, verily, of the chosen and the best. And remember Ishmael, Elisha, and Dhul-Kifl, all are among the best. Quran ayah 38:45-48. Ibn Ishaq said that Elisha was sent to the children of Israel after Elijah. He lived among his people, calling them to Allah and abiding by the message and laws of Elijah until he passed away. Then dissension rose among them, and events took momentum. Sins increased everywhere, and the tyrants increased and killed the prophets. 2. The family history of Elisha. According to Al-Hafiz Abu al-Qasim ibn Asakir, Elisha was Ibn Adi, Ibn Shultam, Ibn Afraim, Ibn Joseph, Ibn Isaac, Ibn Abraham. It was said that he was the cousin of Elijah. Other sources said also that he had been hiding with Elijah in a cave in Mount Qasim to escape from the king of Baalabak, and when Elijah died, Elisha succeeded him as a prophet among his people.